Hey everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and we are back again here finally after multiple false starts on the old live stream try, I guess. I decided I would just go right back to the old camera because for whatever reason the camera that I had been using with my phone, I don't know, it kept looking weird to my eyes and I didn't like that. So we're back to the old little baby webcam here and back for another Warp Tuesday. But the difference with this Warp Tuesday is that first off, you guys are too low. You're too low. You've got to come up here a little bit, so we can see you. Hello, there you are. Now we can let the fun commence. Fun will now commence. Okay. Anyway, we're here for Warp Tuesday, and I decided this time to do Warp Tuesday as a live thing because why not? That's basically it. I've already had to start and stop this thing 4 times, so if you're one of the people who has gotten a notification that I went live and then tuned in to only find me gone, I'm back. I'm back, and I'm going to stick around this time for, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, as we get into talking about some Star Trek goodness here. Now, where do we begin? Where do we begin? Of course, this is the year of the 60th anniversary of Star Trek, right? So it's a big deal. There is going to be a lot going on, a lot of promotions, a lot of, I imagine a lot of commercials featuring Star Trek actors. I believe Shatner's already had a Super Bowl commercial. It's been a rough 2026. And it's not September, it's February. Don't trust me on dates. Anyway, very big year for Star Trek. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. I remember Star Trek 50, and that was pretty good. They had some interesting things going on, so I'm hoping that, and I hope they don't blow it, right? I think that's kind of the main thing. Hey, welcome on in there, Sebastian. Nice to see you. But yeah, again, it's like, I feel like they have an opportunity here. They've got a new show that they've premiered. I'm not sure about the premiere date of Strange New Worlds, but I feel like they need to take advantage of this 60-year deal and just kind of, do something with it, right? Take that momentum to build something going forward. I know the whole point, I think, one of the main goals of Starfleet Academy is to try to bring in more young viewership to it. I think right now it's got we're kind of hitting a little bit of a lull, and I think it's just because of the whole, just the whole way streaming television is now anyway. It's hard to get into a show like you could get into it before, where you would watch it for you'd watch it for basically the whole year, then it'd go off for the summer, you'd have that anticipation of coming back, and now it's like the show goes off and then maybe a year and a half later, I don't know, maybe it'll be coming back then. So I don't know, we'll see about how that goes. I am loving Starfleet Academy. I can't believe though, 5 episodes in already. That's ridiculous. We're going to be looking at, and I was kind of hoping that at this 5th episode too, we're going to be hitting like the hook, something that's going to kind of be like the big driving force to continue the story on. So far it's been, it'd been kind of more some character-centric ones for the past couple of episodes. But I'm avoiding the spoilers. I don't want to look at too many pictures. But I did see that this one is going to be kind of a DS9 callback episode. So I am looking forward to seeing where that's going to go. So now, in regards to books, I have decided, I think wisely, to take a break from Les Miserables. I made it through the first 2 books. I'm well into Marius, and I am enjoying it quite a bit. But I need to get back to some Trek. It's been over a month, and January was just too hard of a month for me to do like a focused read like this. And surprisingly, that I made it through half of the thing, really. So I need to get back to some Star Trek. I need to get back to what I love, right? Yes, I agree. God, Prodigy was so good that, oh man, what a shame. They always do that though. When there's something good, they ruin it. I just don't think that enough people really got what Prodigy could be too. As kind of that sequel to Voyager that I was looking forward to, you know. But I am back into the Trek books with Spock, Messiah. And already I picked it up just earlier this afternoon, read the first chapter, and it is fun. It's fun to be back into that era of Star Trek too. There's something I love about reading the just like the old classic books, right? There's something about these very tiny, I know, these very small stories. It's just very special. And even before I read like a lot of Star Trek like this, I loved these kind of books, these kind of pulp novels from that time period, you know, right? Just there's so much good stuff in there. And the other great thing about reading these books is I do have multiple covers that we get to admire when all is said and done, right? So I think for this one we do have 3 different covers that we can look at, so that's going to be excellent, right? And again, it's just going to be fun to be back talking about a Star Trek book. I've got my notes here, and I have made a determination to myself to do a better job of taking better notes, because taking better notes, you know, tells a better story. Yes, and that is, again, Sebastian makes a point here about this going off the rails, and that is the other thing about these old books. They go off the rails a lot. Let me look at some other ones. The Price and the Fate of the Phoenix. Oh boy, I can't remember exactly the one, but I want to say there's one where Spock is flying on a flying, man, what the heck is it? Anyway, yeah, these books go off the rails all the time, and it's fantastic. It's just pure fun, right? And I love it. So I'm looking forward to getting back into this. And then I think what I'm going to do is kind of go on a series by series read now too. So I'll read some TOS, and then I was thinking I would actually try to get into something from Enterprise after that, and then possibly go even into something from Discovery, which is something I've not touched at all yet. So, and we do actually have a new Trek book out there. I think it is a Strange New Worlds book that I need to get a hold of as well. So there's a lot to do, and I do definitely want to return to this as well, and we'll do so when we kind of get to a better point to delve back into that very, very deep stuff there, right? Yeah. So anyway, just again, it's very much. It feels like kind of just going home, you know, slipping back into a Star Trek book again. So I'm gonna jump back into this tonight, and probably we'll be back to talk about it within the next, 2 or 3 days, I would think, because I think it's gonna be one of those that's just gonna kind of go down real smooth. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be very fun. The whole book collection thing is going very well. We picked up a few more. We are now at looking like, I think, about 38 before we've got the whole complete set. So that's something. Now, this does not include the Corps of Engineers books. I still have to figure out the best way to collect those, and that might be a little bit difficult. But as far as all the other books, by my count, I'm at, I think, 38 or 40 left to go. And hoping that maybe by this weekend I can get up to Federation headquarters and pick up a few more of those, right? So we'll just kind of keep picking away at that slowly. No point in getting too crazy and just trying to finish it all off in one go, right? Now, Star Trek game news. We have got a new Star Trek game coming out in 2 weeks, right? The Star Trek Voyager, what is it called? Across the, I have it here on my thing. Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown? Yes, Across the Unknown. And they have put out, I think, 3 or 4 deep dive looks into this. So if you want to know more about the systems, they did, I think, a combat system, exploration system, and then like the kind of the ship upgrade system as well. So all of these had, I think, 9 or 10 minute long videos where the developer went into deep detail, talking about these things. And I just kind of skimmed through it. I didn't honestly want to see too much. I am committed to getting it, trying it, and playing it. And I'm even thinking it might be fun to try to do a like live streams of it as well. We did that when the last Star Trek game came out, which was really fun. Was it Star Trek Resolute? God, I'm terrible. I can't even think of the name of it. But anyway, I played through the whole thing on stream, and it was a lot of fun. And I've actually always meant to go back and try that one again as well, because it was one of those games where you can make multiple different choices, right? But anyway, this Voyager game is a completely different thing. Kind of almost like a management kind of thing. You got to manage your crew, you got to manage your resources, and you get to also make different decisions, right? So you can make different decisions than what happened in the show, and then pursue different lines because of that. So, that'll be very interesting as well, I think. So, again, 2 weeks before that comes out. If you're a Voyager fan, you can check that out. The last that I heard or saw, they still don't have officially licensed music or like the real voices, which is a shame. Which is a real shame. Because it seems like if you're going to make a Star Trek game and you don't have the licensed Star Trek music, it really is just going to be, it's just going to be a little bit poor, right? It's not going to, there's always going to be something missing. It's almost like you're going to want to put on some theme in the background so you can just listen to that, right? Anyway, that's my thoughts on that game. Now, lastly, yes, Federation headquarters, right? So we've talked about this before, and we've talked about it a few times, but I am thinking of possibly doing a podcast out of Federation headquarters. And I don't know any of the details of this yet. I don't even know what it would be about. I don't even know how I would do it. But here's how it came up. The president of the United Federation of Trekkers, Mr. Russ Haslage, he sent out something about a week ago talking about this kind of radio network that they're setting up, right? So, does anyone want to join this subspace radio network? And when I was up there with my friend at the last meeting, we looked into this room, and it's this very nice room set up for doing podcasts, doing things of this nature. You got a computer, speaker, or you got a microphone, you got insulated walls. Very cool looking place. So I talked to my friend and that would be something fun. I mean, basically I sit here every week and I go on for about 20 minutes talking about Star Trek. And most of the time when I do it, I'm doing it completely without any kind of preparation, right? It's kind of like turn on the camera, go, just do it, talk about it, and have fun. So for a podcast, I feel like that would have to be something a little bit different, right? I would have to be prepared. There would have to be a topic that we would talk about. There would have to be kind of an outline for the whole thing, right? So it would be something different, but it'd be something really fun. And if I could do it with my friend and we could do that together, that would be excellent, right? So looking forward to seeing that. Unfortunately, January has just been too crazy of a month to basically even get out of my house, right? Things have been wild here, wild and crazy, and looking forward to March, I guess, right? Man, February stinks too. But anyway, we'll get through these months, and then hopefully some time will open up when we can get back into getting back up to Federation headquarters, doing some volunteering, sorting some more books, sorting some more Star Trek toys, sweeping the floors, whatever we got to do to help, right? Because it's a good feeling to be up there. It's a fun place for me to be, and I feel like I'm doing something, right? It's a small thing, but it's something, so it's good. Looking forward to also engaging more with the community. Hopefully this upcoming summer, setting up a tent at my local farmers market to raise some money for some kind of local charity on behalf of our chapter of the International Federation of Trekkers. So a lot of very exciting things, new things that I'm looking forward to doing here in 2026. Things that are going to be outside of my comfort zone, but it's important to kind of get into those kind of things. Get into those areas. Oh, yes, thank you for asking. So far, the only update that I've gotten on the Neutral Zone Studios. So, if you guys are following along, I got to do a small part in a fan film at the Neutral Zone Studios. They have their set up in the Sandusky Mall, which is just in my backyard, basically. We filmed 2 fan films actually back in November, and right now, basically all I know is that they're working on them. So I don't have any timetable. I have no idea when it's going to come out. I have no idea if it comes out, if I will still even have made the cut. I could end up on the cutting room floor. You never know, really. So, but the latest update with them is that, man, unfortunately, they need help. Like, they have no one there to help rebuild these sets. So I'm hoping that in the future, Mr. Tessie is going to do and that's Ray Tessie, he's the owner there. I would like him to do something like, come on down, volunteer some time to help build some sets. In return, you can take some pictures, maybe make a short video on the bridge, supervised, of course, something like that. It seems like he should be able to, and would be able to find willing volunteers to do something like this, which would be amazing. I know myself, I would be back up there in a heartbeat to paint, build, move, whatever need be. And I think also right now we're kind of in a holding pattern too, just because of the weather. It has been terrible weather here in Ohio. We've been buried into a blizzard for the past month, basically. So I know a lot of things are going to wait until that weather clears, and then once that does, I'm hoping that we're going to see some new action, there'll probably be some new like Indiegogo, GoFundMe campaigns from them to try to get some more things going, and hopefully, he has a very large space, so I know he talked in the past about doing some other things in that space to help supplement the income so that they could keep the studio and and also supplement with something else. So that would be fantastic. But they do have a Patreon that you can join up if you want to get more information, and I might join that myself too here, just to kind of show them that I do want to keep giving them some support. I could probably give them $10 a month. That wouldn't be that bad. And again, just to make sure that I'm always in the loop and that he knows that I'm always willing to give me a call. I will drive right up. I'll bring my friends. We will work on the enterprise with you. It'll be fantastic. So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. It looks as if there will not be any SkyCon, which was the con that we were trying to set up in the Sandusky Mall, and just I think not enough time, too many things going on. So I don't know if that will happen. However, there is GalaxyCon in Cleveland. There is ColossalCon in Toledo, both coming up this March. I am planning on going to GalaxyCon to meet Jonathan Frakes. That is like one of the final autographs that I need, for TNG. One of the most important ones too, really. So looking forward to that. And then just talking with the family, we've taken a break from cons for a couple of years, so we are going to try to get back into that. And I do want to get a new outfit, right? I need to get a new outfit. I have a TNG outfit. It's ill-fitting and it doesn't look that good. I want to get a new one, And I to be honest, I'm just kind of stuck as to what outfit would be good. The lower decks uniforms are awesome. Classic Deep Space Nine or Voyager would be good. Of course, you could always go with a TOS uniform. I don't know. So anyway, I know I want to get something, and I'm leaning more towards something from Voyager, Deep Space Nine, just because that's my, that's my jam, right? That's my era. So I don't know. We'll see. But when we go to these cons this year, I want to go in costume. I did it one time before. I went to Monroe, Michigan with my son and my daughter. We met Doug Jones, and it was probably one of the funnest cons that I'd ever went to in my life. And that was just a small one, too. So going to a larger con, dressed up, taking pictures, meeting up with other Star Trek fans, I mean, that just sounds like a lot of fun. Go as Neelix. That would be fantastic. Honestly, man, that is one thing that I've always wanted. And I don't think that they sell it anywhere. Neelix's apron. I would die to have Neelix's apron that I could just like cook in on like on a daily basis. Oh my god, that would be so cool. But I guess it's probably not that in demand, right? People aren't out there screaming for high quality replicas of Neelix's outfit and his apron. But man, that would be cool. We're kind of in those days now where a lot of people could make these things. So if anyone out there knows how to find me a Neelix apron, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. I'm joking. Anyway, we're at about 20 minutes here, and I do have other things I should probably go do tonight other than sit here and talk about Star Trek stuff. One of the things I'm going to do tonight is to read a whole bunch of Spock Messiah, and again, just have some fun getting back into that. So, also want to watch some Star Trek tonight too. Make a point to watch some Star Trek every week if you can, every day if it's possible. Again, I've got all my Star Trek physical media backed up to my computer now, which I have backed up to my Plex server. So now I got like Star Trek at my fingertips, except for when my computer decides it doesn't want to work, and then it just loads for 20 minutes, and then I'm just like, right? Anyway, yeah, I think we're going to call it there, my friends. Oh, wait, did I show you guys my toys? Maybe I didn't. We opened up 3 toys today. You guys know this guy, right? That's Cruz. Right? You guys know him, right? Who's this guy? This is our wonderful General... No, wait, hold on. No. Okay, so we've got Cruz. We got Cruz here, right? We got Chang here. I had him backwards. And we did open those toys because we have to make room on the wall for the Star Trek books. So, anyway, had fun opening some toys, had fun talking about some Trek. As always, my friends, thanks for hanging out. Live long and prosper. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for more Star Trek goodness. See you then.